Alrighty, this is the main event. Cleber Souza versus Eduardo Ramon.
And here we go with the tail of the tape for this main event, Souza versus Ramon. Souza's got a little bit more of the age, has a little bit more experience, has taken a few more losses, but both guys, heading towards 20 professional wins, which is not easy. Ramon's got a significant reach advantage.
185 is the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
It's who has the flashier win, who has the exciting win, who is able to assert their will over their opponent. Their future is right in front of them.
This was supposed to be a title fight, as I said. Ramon had a choice to not take this fight. When King Kong got injured a few weeks ago, we told him, you don't have to, we can keep the fight going and try to find someone, or we can just wait for Kong to get back. He goes, I'm the two champion, put everyone in front of me, and I'll win, and I'll get King Kong next. So he's coming here with a big risk. He loses this, and he lost his chance of a belt.
Fighters fight. I love that. Not missing out on an opportunity. High risk, high reward here.
Yeah. And same thing with Souza. He was getting ready to do another fight, and his adversary got sick, so he wasn't training for a week or so, and then we offered it to him, and he goes, oh, President, I want to fight the main event. I'm in. So it's two guys here who are coming ready to kill.
Nice. I love
Cleber
it.
Souza fighting out of the blue corner. You see him in the black board shorts. And Eduardo Ramon in the gray shorts with the red trunks. Cleber looks bigger than Ramon.
Yeah, and Souza really letting those left kicks and left straight punches go on his right-handed adversary.
Ramon kind of stalking Souza a little bit here, trying to cut off the cage. They're feeling each other out still.
Ramon just got married a couple weeks ago, so we should give him a congratulations on the marriage.
He wants to celebrate here tonight.
Yeah. You had to wait for the honeymoon after this fight.
He's got a couple losses, but when you look at who he's lost to, they're studs, like Alexei Kunchenko, Paulo Costa. I mean, these are, UFC studs, yeah. So you can forgive him a couple losses on the records there.
His last loss is in Russia, and it's always hard for the Brazilians to win in Russia. Kazakhstan, actually. They just make it really difficult for them to travel out there.
Yeah, I've heard some horror stories from my Brazilian friends who say they put them in really bad hotels, and they lock the doors so they can't leave the hotels, and it's just like really bad news.
They make them take like 4 stops to get there, so it's like a 40-hour journey. They really want the Brazilians to lose.
Chicanery. A little bit of chicanery there.
Nice. I really like how Souza's going with that left body kick.
Yeah.
Very sharp, and then that left straight right up the middle.
And he's got that Muay Thai black belt, Billy. He's got a lot of experience. He's used to finding openings with his hands.
Agreed.
Currently ranked number 3.
Camelo kind of feeling him out a little bit, not really too eager, but keeping a good guard. Good slip right there by the number 1.
Yeah, that number 1 ranking, boy.
Yep, he's got the target on his back until King Kong comes back.
Yeah, when's King Kong coming back, Dave?
He's ready to go. I think next event, if not the next one. Well, depends what happens here, because whoever wins here is going to have to fight him. So maybe we'll wait till February or March to have the title fight.
Yeah, give the challenger a little bit of time to
recover. Yeah.
Depending how violent this fight is, how much time it take.
Hopefully, we can avoid a medical suspension.
Yeah, Camelo with a nice leg kick there.
Now, for those who didn't see King Kong's championship fight, definitely a must watch. One of the best fights in SFT history, probably the best fight of 2020 against number 1 Soldado. He had 40 hours to prepare for that. It's something every MMA fan should watch.
For people who want to find out more about SFT MMA, David, and track some of the different weight divisions, what's the best website to go to?
SFTMMA.com, and then social media is SFT MMA or SFT USA. We're in every social media, YouTube, you name it, you got it. But go to the website, and from there, it's a good starting point.
Yeah, and if you don't catch us live on Fight TV, go to the schedule to UnitedFightAlliance.com, get the schedule, and you can watch SFT on NBC Sportsnet, various CW and ABC affiliates all over the country, including Stadium, and just so many different ways you can watch the SFT now as SFT scales right here in the United States.
Hey, so that was a good first round. Which way do you have it going, Billy?
I think Souza actually did a really good job. I think he took that first round really good job setting up that left body kick, and I think that's going to pay dividends because a lot of times you attack that left body, throwing that left body kick, it's going to set up the left head kick and the left straight punch up the middle. And I think he did a good job. I think Camelo was kind of feeling him out a little too much at the beginning part of the fight, but then towards the end of the first round, you see here, he kind of was a little bit more aggressive, and so I'm expecting him to come out a little more aggressive in the second round. Yeah,
I agree. It's almost like he's kind of a slow starter. I think that the feeling out process lasted 1 or 2 minutes longer than it should have. He let Souza kind of dictate where the fight went for the predominance of the first round.
And maybe that's something he saw. Sometimes if I know someone's going to be really explosive, I let them wear themselves out a little bit, and then I start picking it up later. So maybe it was something that he did on purpose. Maybe it was something that he just wanted to see what Sousa had. Oh, looks like a low kick there. The
referee didn't see it.
Right to it.
Yep. It says fight on, and Camelo says okay. Yep.
So we'll see. I think Camelo coming out a little more aggressive this round. Backing Souza up here.
Your wear down theory might really hold water, Billy, because, you look at Cleber Souza and he always comes in shape, but, he is in his later 30s and he has been around the track a couple times. He might be looking to wear him down a little bit and then push it in the later rounds, but this is not a 5-round fight, so you can only do that theory so long.
Yep, only the first round, and then you got to start taking over. And he could just be surprised. He could be surprised with how much Souza's thrown. He's really letting that left hand go. That left hand and that left body kick, they kind of look the same when they start off, and now he's going to the head with it. Souza's doing a good job mixing it up.
Yep. And that southpaw stance could be confusing Camelo a little bit. It's kind of taking him out of his rhythm. He's not able to get his hands. Oh, down goes Camelo.
Was it a
big
trip
knockdown.
or was he knocked down?
It looked like a little bit of both. It looked like he caught him and just off balance. But either way, he's on the ground now. And he's letting him back up.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting.
He likes the feet. He likes the stand-up game.
He's very confident in his striking.
Yep.
Even being a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Both guys.
Yep. His right jab is working too. He's got his rhythm going. Camelo's got to do something. You saw Camelo. He knows he needs to break up Kleber's rhythm.
Now he's keeping him up here against the cage.
Make him think about it. I like this because Cleber. I think Cleber should actually break because Kleber's got it going, man. He's feeling.
His striking looks sharp tonight.
Yeah. There's no reason to be in this position unless, of course, Camelo's keeping you there.
And we talked about it. Kleber's got a few more losses, but sometimes, given the right opportunity that David gave him for this fight, fighting the number one guy, that could be very motivational.
Exactly.
He looks good so far, man.
He doesn't like the fact that he's not the champ anymore. He says, I'm still the champ, even though I walked away from those belts. So he's here to
one
prove
exchange here, he drops him again. Looking for the finish.
He's looking for the finish. Hammer fist, left, right, left. Oh, man. Kleber's putting it on Camelo.
And he's going to let him up again. He really wants to get that knockout on the feet.
He wants the KO. He wants the KO. He wants
the bonus for knockout of the night.
Yeah, and he's bloodied Camelo up now. You see that gash over the left eye? He's leaking pretty good. Boo, big shots here.
Oh,
looking for the finish.
Camelo, and Camelo's not answering him, guys.
No, I think Camelo's hurt still from that last knockdown.
Yep. This is not like Camelo.
Souza looking for the takedown. He needs to get out of there. Oh, now he's back on top. And this might actually be good for Camelo. You know, he's on the bottom, but this is where you kind of get your wits back because he definitely got rocked. So if I'm him, I'm okay. I'm doing exactly what he's doing. Hold on to him, breathe, relax, let your, kind of get your bearings back. Maybe the ref stands him up, but Souza looks like he's still looking for the finish here on top.
Yeah, let that nice elbow go. There's real no comfortable place for Camelo right now. Right hand, hammer fist. Oh, I'll tell you, Cleber's putting it on Camelo now, Billy. He's really letting his hands go. He's posturing up.
Looks very good here on top. He let him up before, but now there's no really reason to let him up now because he knows he's got him hurt. Looking for the finish here in this second round. He's got about 25 seconds left.
Really no threat from his back so far is Camelo. And Camelo, he ate another right elbow.
He's a couple big shots away from this fight being over. Let's see if he's going for the finish here.
He's trying. He's got 10 seconds to try to finish off Camelo. Right. Oh, the referee thought about stepping in there,
Billy. Close to the end of the round.
Oh,
he almost got the finish there. Oh. And I'm sure Camelo's still going to be a little bit dazed. Hopefully, in this 1 minute, he can kind of get his bearings back. But a huge round for Sousa there.
Definitely a 10-8 round for Sousa.
I
think
so.
You can see the groin strike there. And Cleber was frustrated because the referee didn't stop it. You saw him throw his hands up. Several times he's complained to the referee. Down goes Camelo.
There's the first knockdown. And it was a real awkward fall.
Yeah, that was really strange, wasn't it? It's like he lost his balance. Like he couldn't plant his right foot. And a beautiful kind of hip toss throw
nice
there.
Little trip. I think this is the second knockdown right here. Beautiful combo.
Combinations. Oh, Cleber's destroying him on his feet.
Yeah,
he's
he looks very
destroying him on the canvas.
Tonight.
He looks good in every position, Billy. He's dropping Camelo when he wants to. Look at these combinations. Wow.
That left straight has been fire, and this time he doesn't let him up towards the end. And this is when the ref was thinking about stopping it with that flurry right at the end there.
I know. He stepped in at like the 6-second mark. He thought about it. Maybe he said, okay, there's 10 seconds left. I'll let Camelo live to fight another round. But boy, you were right. He was 1 or 2 punches away from the fight being stopped.
Camelo needs a finish here. And if I'm Camelo, I'm happy they're taking their time starting this third round. He got a little bit of an extra rest there.
Talk to me as long as you want, ref.
Yeah, take your time, ref. Explain the rules again.
Third and final round. Here we go.
So Camelo needs a finish here.
Yep.
In our unofficial scorecards, I don't see how you could give him, either of those rounds. Sousa looking very sharp. And, of course, King Kong watching this fight very closely.
Watching from home is King Kong and also Bayano Hocha, who won earlier tonight via a real tasty submission over Rafael Silva. He's watching this fight.
He's in the mix. Very interesting in this SFT 185-pound division.
It's the Wild West division here at the SFT. If you're just tuning in, you are watching SFT 26 from beautiful Guarulhos, Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm Jay Adams, alongside longtime UFC veteran Billy Quarantillo. And we also have, of course, the CEO and founder of SFT, Mr. David Hudson. He's cage side right now, but he'll be back shortly. Really handy having him here to translate for us the interviews and sometimes the ring announcer, too, as well. That has been very handy.
Looks like both guys have slowed down a little bit. Camelo obviously needs a finish, but I kind of like how he's being patient here because usually before, when he was rushing in, Souza was doing a good job countering him and actually dropping him with some of these counter punches. So Camelo looking for the finish. He's being patient here. He's got to get on his bike a little bit, but wisely not, rushing in and getting finished here.
Right. Still plenty of time. 3 minutes is plenty of time when you're a 185-pound heavy-handed fighter.
Good kick there.
Yep.
Good
Sousa's got to be careful.
Side.
Yeah, don't give him any openings and don't give him any hope.
And don't let him get comfortable here. Because like you were just saying, at this 185-pound weight class, one big shot could put either guy out, and both guys still have the power in this third round.
Yeah, and it's like, Cleber feels like he's earned some rest, but he also has to be very careful not to give Ramon any kind of hope.
Yeah, big shot there by Souza. Camelo looking a little bit better this round. He's landing some good, clean shots. But again, he needs a finish. He needs the...
Oh, the right hand, it's over!
Wow!
It's over! It was the right hand, Billy, and you saw Camelo's head bounce off the canvas. Cleber Souza destroys Eduardo Ramon. Boy, the right hand, and he just fell like a tree.
And you saw him, he was pointing to that title, doing the title shot. Just a flawless victory.
Here is the end.
I think this was a case of, that was the third time he got knocked down. He was already rocked. And one big shot coming up here is all it took to finish it. It was actually a lead right hand, a lead jab, a power jab.
Southpaw jab.
And look at him. It was almost like a delay. He falls down. And notice how hard his head hit, which is something that you just addressed. That is, he got hit hard, his head got hit, and then that hammer fist at the end. And we hope he's okay. That was just a very strong victory for Cleber Souza, and he'll be fighting King Kong next. He's talking to David now, and I'm sure David's got to be happy with that great main event fight that these two gentlemen just put on.
Well, it's interesting. Cleber's nickname is the Champion, which is really a cool nickname if you think about it, because you're always going to get introduced as the Champion, right? So I noticed that when the ring announcer was announcing, he's like, and now in this corner, the Champion. That's a great nickname to have, but Cleber Souza is doing everything he can to make that the legit name and to literally be the champion once again in the SFT.
For sure. That reminds me of when Ken Shamrock came out as the world's most dangerous man as his nickname. I mean, you can't really argue it if it's your nickname. So the champion, champion gets it done, and he will be fighting the champion King Kong at this probably a couple events. Let him, let both guys, even though he won the fight, I'm sure he took a little bit of damage. So I'm sure David will go and talk to these guys and work out this title fight at the 185-pound division.
Cleber, the champion, Souza.
Cleber Souza taking that huge trophy home and wanting to put that 185-pound belt around his waist again. Billy, final thoughts on the card?
Another spectacular fight card that we got the privilege to call. I really like their setup. We usually start off with the young guns fighting, these young 18, 19, 20-year-olds. We get into the more experienced fighters. We always throw in an extreme fight, which always has nonstop action, and then we always close it out with a big main event. Another great night of fights here, Jay.